During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday afternoon. It's July 25th, 2018, in the year of our Lord and Savior. Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You know, the ones that you know who's killed. Guys.
The Romans?
Yeah, they had orders, though. We're going to ban everything. Let's just get into that. First of all, it's Revenge of the Sis. It's your favorite comedy, news, entertainment, talk program. First of all, like, subscribe, share this link right now. Please rate us 5 stars on iTunes and Facebook, and spread the love, spread the wealth, get us some new people as we fight our media jihad. We're just gonna ban everything, right? We're accelerating
everything.
Now, right? Are you on board now?
I can't.
Is everyone now on Team Nihilism?
Ban everything, because if as our buddy Frank, LA Werewolf, said, if everybody gets banned, then maybe something new will come of the ashes.
And who was? Let's be honest.
Turn your mic a little bit.
Who was being kind of a pussy?
There you go.
We really got to do something with this after the show.
Fucking do whatever you want with it.
I know, but it's all right.
Move it. Telling me for.
Because I feel like it's gonna just come off at any time over here on this. This is why. So
I'll fix it after the show. Relax.
Look, we were pussies a few months ago. We were not on board. I encouraged LA Werewolf at the time to dial it back. To be good. You know, let's be good. Let's try to Dave Martell it. But sadly, Dave Martell just lost his Facebook too. This motherfucker lost his Facebook over here.
Did Dave lose it permanently?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
Because he's a nut.
Well, I get it, but what was Facebook's reason?
I don't know, dude. Honestly, though, they have an algorithm, dude. Once they see that you're friends with like 10 or more shit-posting fucking alt-writers, you're on a list. So they want you gone.
I can't believe they did that to Dave. That's some fucking bull. Like, he's probably IP banned. I guarantee it.
He's got a new one going, so. But here's the thing. All right. We're going to get into all this stuff today.
Of course.
Royce found all the stuff about the straws and the cups and the freedom of speech. Take our guns. Take everything. Take our Twitter accounts. Take our job. They took our jobs. So, you know what? I don't care. But you know what the best part about this whole thing is, right? Particularly the social media lynch mob thing. Man, me and Royce are really finding out who our friends are.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, do they not number. We can count them on one hand.
Yeah. As we've been saying since the beginning of the show, and we've said it ourselves on the show, Mike said it and I've said it on separate occasions, this is why you don't make heroes out of people. This is why you don't go, that person, no, they're verified and they're good. And they're good. They will always let you down because the new alt-right, the new right is turning into, well, it's always been, but when situations like this happen, you find out what people really are for, free speech, are your friends, are your buddies that got your back, or which ones are fame whores. And they go and they see, well, that guy's verified and that guy has so-and-so followers, so I'm just going to side with him, Everyone turns into fucking Jim Norton,
It's a tough one, man. Yeah, it's, look, the one thing that I'm going to say, look, when I call this jokingly from day one, media insurgency or media jihad, I meant what we said. Here's the thing, you guys, we're fighting an enemy we know all too well. Just a bunch of clicky, faggy, lying, ladder climbing. Like, do you understand when you see people's motivations? It's really easy to predict what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. You're just a bunch of money-hungry, fucking parasitic city folk. And
sorry, go ahead.
You're fighting an enemy that you don't understand. That's why we jokingly call it an insurgency or a jihad. You guys need first-class flights. You need top-shelf hotels. You need Roger Stone's money. You need all these connections. You need this stuff. You cannot live without it. Nigga, we're living in caves and shit.
Yeah.
Using old Soviet shit just to kill 2 or 3 of your soldiers at a time. It is a legitimate insurgency. It's a legitimate jihad. And you're going to have a hell of a time fighting us because, again, we're in caves, dude. The fuck are you going to do? If we kill 3 of your guys and then go hide in a cave for a few days, we've won. So if I can get 3 of your fucking accounts zapped and fucking take some of your blue check marks away and cost you $3,000 a month when we're only making a few hundred, pal, it works out.
Oh, Cobra Commander says, does this statement apply to you, ROTC? Yes, we've said it before. Don't make heroes out of us.
No!
We will inevitably let you down in some things. Nobody agrees on everything 100%. We're a comedy show first and foremost, and we always say that.
We've said so many times on this show, fucking question us. If we're wrong about some shit, convince us otherwise. Contact us.
We've changed our minds on things because Mike and I don't even agree on everything.
No, and then there's sometimes that I've made a jump call.
Yeah.
And look at my history on social media. When I'm wrong, I'm not one of these fucking douchebags like Cernovich and some of these other alt-right embarrassments. I don't go back and delete tweets. I've got some of my worst James Gunniest tweets still up. You guys want to go peer around from back then? Let me tell you something.
I have 8 years worth of Edgelord radio that's up all over the internet. You can find it if you want. Go ahead.
11 years of being on Twitter only because I did stand-up comedy. Listen. What I'm telling you is there's plenty of shit on everybody. Mm-hmm. And you guys wanted to play by these rules. But look, at the end of the day.
What about the rules?
What about the rules?
Mike's banging on about the rules.
You guys are making up your shit as you go along. And now you want to use these disgusting little tactics. And now we're finding out who our friends are, which we're finding out there are no friends. Again, you're going to just have a hard time fighting us because we're nobodies. But we can fuck with you. Again, if I can cost you money and have you fly in coach and fuck your shit up just a little fucking bit, I will take satisfaction in that, okay? Because you need to stay in the W. You need a good lifestyle. All you fucking rich alt-right, bad check writing motherfuckers. You need that shit. I don't. I'll go stay at an Embassy Suites in the middle of Baltimore and then go do some coverage in D.C. You think I give a fuck?
And by the way, us failed radio hosts that we get called every time we come up. Yeah, that's right. We don't have as many subscribers, and we love our subscribers. We love the people that donate. You guys are the best. But let's face it, our numbers are they've been suppressed since we hit 1,500, I would say, being pushed down. People on sub all the time. But do you understand, even with as little resources as we have, if you Google Anthony Cumia, we're like the fourth story that pops up. Do you understand that's the reason we don't really have anything to lose? We've burned bridges with people when people have said, "Oh, they're bigger than you, man." After the fucking Tonka Sawarski thing, you guys will never recover. Really? Looks like we're doing just fine.
We're fine.
Yeah. So the point is that we are going to stand by our goddamn principles. First and foremost. That's the first and foremost thing. We are going to stand by our principles and what we believe. However, for the people that are being hypocrites, we will 100% see if you could live by your own rules. You want a social experiment? Here's a social experiment. Let's see if you guys can live by your own rules. If you're going to crucify people for what they did in the fucking past, which we hate when the left does it all the fucking time, then you will need to get upright on that fucking cross. Or in many fucking cases, however they killed Jews. Menorahs? I don't know what to do.
And by the way, shitbirds.
Gas? Yes.
You idiots are complete ideologues. You have no friends. Yeah, I know you have MSM friends, but you don't have any grassroots, as we would have said back in my hood days. You ain't got people out here in the streets. And what you've completely isolated yourself from is the left. Because you're not rational, because you're not ideologically consistent. Now, we've lost a lot of hard right people, but we've gained a lot of centrist left people on this show because they see that even when they disagree with us, we are ideologically consistent. Now, those people are coming into play. You don't have any leftists. We do. So I've been reaching out to people. There are people all over, from everywhere, from Antifa, fucking Unicorn Riot, it's going down.
I'm yelling timber.
Porno actresses are getting behind this now. Motherfucker, you're getting off Twitter. Mark my words, Cernovich. I am going to dedicate myself, and by the end of this, one of us is going to be off Twitter. And if it's me, you're not going to be able to cry deep state anymore, guy, with your blue check mark. Everyone's going to start asking a lot of fucking questions why Mr. Anti-deep state, anti-pedophile ring has a blue check mark and won't get kicked off Twitter despite his attitudes about fucking his rape charge, his attitudes about date rape not being a real thing. We'll play this game, Cernovich. You
And
put
don't
yourself
forget-
into this box. I'm going to fucking lock you in it.
Don't forget hanging out with Glory Holt all the time, inviting him to parties. By the way, Mike, I thought you would appreciate this. Toxic Chat in the chat says, this is still better than Jim and Sam. See? We're doing good. Better than Jim and
That's
Sam.
not a compliment.
I know.
That's not even
That's such a low bar.
You know?
That's such a low bar.
Knock off early.
Well, I said Jim and Sam.
I know, but I just like to do Artie.
I get you.
Plus, whenever I do my Artie impression, it actually helps me clear up my own shit. It's good. It's like a good way of...
Everybody is backing down, and everybody is all of a sudden using the leftist tactics. Even, some more friends like we've talked about.
Burn it down. Let's just burn it down.
Burn
it down!
Tool says, I stopped watching Joe Rogan for you all. Well, to be fair, I like Rogan, but we could pretty much do every one of his episodes. And if it's an MMA episode, skip it.
Well, we're always playing his clips, too, so you get two...
Right.
Kill
So you
two
get
birds
two
with one
shows.
stone.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And it's same thing with Nightwave. If you don't really want to watch Ice Poseidon, you can watch my show and we'll watch Ice Poseidon. I don't know, dude. It's the same thing. It's whatever.
Hey, Jamie, pull up the biggest lie ever told.
Hey, yeah. I still want to see him go. I want to see those two on the same... Rogan's, got to have people working for him that are hip, right? Because they're both in L.A. He's got to have Ice Poseidon on his show one day. He's a big streamer.
Probably.
Because Rogan's all just, yeah, man. So, you just came up on your own. You just played video games and, people gave you money, dude. That's the fucking hustle right there, brother. God bless you.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just like they tune in and I'm like...
You know what's funny? The weird level, disparaging levels of guests that Joe Rogan has are so funny.
That'd be so great.
He'll have one day Mel Gibson and Steven Tyler on talk, and then the next day he'll have a guy who makes designer bows.
Can we please try to get Ice Poseidon on? Because Rogan.
Yeah, we could try.
I always like shows where Rogan's not like. I like when he has spastics on. Like, it's not fun when he gets, like, people in and they're like, yeah, man, what's up, dude? Yeah, totally, man. Like, I don't want guys that are MMA dudes that are exhausted from sparring sessions when they get to go to do Joe Rogan. I want the guys that are, like, eating Adderall and just like, yeah, dude, I don't know, I play video games and then I just run around and I fucking do drugs and
Doing
I bang girls.
caveman nitros like Mr. Metzger did.
And then just Rogan being like, so you're just, like, pulling in all that money, huh? You should get on it to sponsor you. I know some guys over there. Jamie, pull that up. You ever do the kettlebells?
Have you ever thought of putting an isolation tank in your bath? All you need is like 3 spare bathrooms and $20,000. It's really cheap. You should get it done.
You should try to. There's these edibles, right?
Oh, here we go.
That'll help. Where they use cannabis, but they also put nootropics in them, and it might help with your arm thing that you got going on because you're very. Like, you got to calm down, dude. That's like early onset Parkinson's. So, Jamie, pull that up. It's not Parkinson's, but there's another syndrome. Robin Williams had it. Jamie, pull that up, the Bobcat Goldthwait clip. No, I don't have anything wrong with me, dude.
Well, a lot like Robin Williams syndrome. He probably stole it from another comic and then died of it. The guy was a notorious joke thief, by the way. Look, Robin Williams, a lot of great movies, all that stuff. Funny guy.
He stole a lot of shit.
There's stories of him sending checks to comics after he would steal jokes without asking and just sending them a check. He was bad, man. Well, let's move on now that we've had a little.
Let's move on, guys. So we have a lot of laughs here on Revenge of the Cis, but date rape is no laughing matter. So hashtag ban Cernovich.
This is Jose Alvarez, the actor that plays Royce Lopez on Revenge of the Cis.
Hey guys, this is Ken Fresno, guy who plays Mersh, and I just want to say that don't pull your dick out in cars with Indian girls and then come all over their seats. It's not cool.
This is satire. This is like when Colbert used to be on Comedy Central. This isn't really us. We're actually huge liberals. He's undergoing a sex change.
Leftist infiltrator.
That's right. Hold on, I'm checking. Yeah, the Soros money cleared. So we're good.
By the way, he's paying us a whopping 600 buckaroos a month each.
But it's all in gold, which is weird. I don't know
but it's
why.
from birch gold, which is very weird, which makes me question Ben Shapiro's connections.
Yeah. We actually just get paid in buckets of food insurance. That's how our money comes.
This is Ben Shapiro, and these are not 2 rats on my face. They're my eyebrows.
I want you to go to meatandcheeseonthesameplate.com, my sponsor. By the way, ever since you said that,
Nigga literally looks like a rat. Hey, have you seen the Happy Merchant Shapiro picture?
I've seen which one?
But the one where they
drew him? Of course.
There is a beautiful rendition. Whoever did it, man.
God
bless you, good. Man. Holy shit, it was good. I like, by the way, and it's not even a racism thing at this point with the Happy Merchant, because there's a Mexican one, it's hilarious. There's an Irish one, it's hilarious. Like, I don't even, there's the Chinese one I think is my favorite because he has the buck teeth and the fucking Fu Manchu and the rice hat, the rice farmer hat. It's just funny to me. I'm sorry, we're off topic today. It's feeling
okay.
like a Friday show.
It's okay.
The more we stretch it out, then the more prep we don't have to do.
Look, trust me, every time we do that, I'm happy because it's less work for me.
Sorry, but we do have stuff. We got to get serious here. Because according to R.C. Maxwell, we're not doing enough for, the culture war and the
Should I put on blackface and soft shoe?
Go take another selfie with Roger Stone.
Get out of here. Leave. Go hang out with fucking Baked Alaska. Go to church with him. And yeah, the divide and conquer bullshit. Because R.C. Maxwell's been fighting with Mersh, and since yesterday was my birthday, he posted on my Facebook. R.C. Maxwell's like, "Happy birthday to the brains behind ROTC." Shut up, asshole. Stop it. Ain't gonna work. Stupid. It's true.
I love when people suck
but it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I love when people do the sucking up thing.
Yeah,
I got another guy there, right? Yeah, he's a real asshole.
A real
Tell me
dick.
more. Tell me more.
And then immediately Mike goes, "Hey, look at these screenshots."
Yo, talk about his sister. Yeah, no, she's a piece of
dare.
shit. Let me get you to talk some shit about her so I can screenshot that. So I'll break your back.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, you know what this nigga just said about your sister, dog? I gotta go get another beer. Mine's empty. I will always be throw you under the bus, guy. Sorry.
Oh, no, he always is.
Yeah, I just immediately. Dude, me and Ben were like that in Tampa. Girls would try to, play it both sides with us and fucking us, and we would just show them texts. So I was texting me now.
So, We talked about on the show all the problems that San Francisco has. The shit needles.
Yeah, but you always overplay it. First of all, let's not downplay it either. It's shit. And then also needles.
Right. Sorry. But sometimes the two intertwine.
There are shit needles. We call it Shit Needle City.
Yes.
But to really drive home the point, you got shit, you got needles, you got homeless,
Yep.
you got dope fiends.
Oh, cost of living is fucking retarded.
High taxes.
Crazy high. Illegals voting.
And getting driver's licenses.
Of course. So, Mike, we give them a lot of, no pun intended, shit. They get a lot of shit because they have open injection areas for fucking junkies, so people are injecting on the streets.
Yeah, they gave us rice-a-roni, though. And let's be fair, they got a cool bridge.
And those are the only two good things.
When it's foggy, it looks cool. The fog is kind of cool. Well, it's too much fog. It's a lot of fog.
A little bit of fog is
It's
nice.
all the time.
I want there to be fog up until like 8 a.m. But when there's fog at like 5, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Their fog
Too
is
much
like
fog.
our thunderstorms.
Yeah.
It's just always like, oh, cool, another violent thunderstorm.
Yeah.
It's the fourth one today.
So they have all these problems. They have finally
And a bitch ain't
solved.
one.
They finally solved their biggest issue.
Is it the shit or the needles or the homeless or all the shit, needles, homeless?
All right, you and I have a different priority list of what the most important thing is. I think that's the disconnect here.
Did they recriminalize knowingly transferring HIV?
No, not. Let me see. No, it doesn't say that here.
So that one not even.
No, it's not. But they have solved their biggest issue, Mike.
They lowered taxes, thank God.
No, probably went up a little bit. But look,
Unemployment's down.
in San Francisco, no.
I guess
I'll give you one more guess. One more. You give one more guess.
No, you know what? At this point, I'm just guessing what it's not. You tell me. What is it?
Okay.
It's got to be huge. It's got to
Yeah.
be worse than all those things.
It is worse than all those things.
Is there a Godzilla monster in the city?
Fucking
Lives
God
killing
willing.
everyone, and they just got it.
No more slurping through plastic straws in San Francisco. Soon to be.
Wait, no. You don't even get to read that story. Shit Needles is telling us
Yes.
that we can't have straws.
Yes. Francisco Shit Needles is telling us. The Board of Supervisors passed an ordinance on Tuesday that will prohibit the city's restaurants, bars, and retailers from providing customers with plastic straws.
So people are going to step over broken AIDS-infected syringes in the street to go into a Starbucks and get told they can't have a plastic straw.
Not just straws, Mike. Straws, stirs, or toothpicks. Beginning July 1st, 2019, the ordinance passes the board on second reading next week.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
But aren't syringes just really, really skinny plastic straws?
They're metal. There's a little plastic on the end.
Plastic.
There's a lot of plastic. There's plastic, and then there's the. You're right, and those really don't biodegrade at all.
So so AIDS straws are okay. Just
Yeah,
not
those are
regular. Just not the AIDS-free straws. I'm just trying to keep up here.
So the government can pass out needles, but the restaurants cannot give out straws.
That makes total sense.
The Board of Supervisors
So
passed.
you can still get blood straws. Can we call them blood straws? So blood straws are still all over the streets.
This city is about changing people's behavior, said Supervisor Asha Safaya, who co-sponsored the ordinance along with Supervisor Katie Tang.
Don't you guys miss hearing, local city councilman Kenny O'Brien, who was working with local Black Caucus leader Derek Watkins on a
Yes.
bill that will help
I
local
know.
factory workers? Oh, that sounds good. And nowadays it's always an Arab and a trans person going, no more straws. Unless they have AIDS-infected blood in them and they're pointy and stabby. Those straws are allowed. We love you, San Francisco. Yay!
You know what I would do, Mike?
Fucking kill yourself if you lived in San Francisco.
Even better. You don't even know my idea. My idea would be. The idea would be, if I would just be a shitlord, and then I would buy a bunch of. You could buy online a bunch of like empty syringes because they hand those out. Buy those, cut the bottom off, use them as straws. At every
Yo,
here
do
you
we
go.
have anybody that lives in San Francisco
Yep.
that's willing to do a fucking somebody Find out if LA Werewolf's willing to drive up to San Fran. I know it's from LA.
It's far.
It's not. It's a bitch, but or find somebody who's willing to do it. Well, I'll even throw them a couple bucks, and if they get arrested, we'll bail them out.
Of course,
that's a bullshit ass charge. But get somebody going around with a syringe cut out.
and be like,
what? It's there. I literally stepped over 27 syringes to get into this Dunkin'
Donuts. What's the problem
Donuts.
here? I don't get it.
We figured it out. Let's do that. Let's just do that.
I'm telling you, we're gonna do it.
Or just get a regular syringe with the needle and all, and just slowly pull your coffee out with the and then be like,
oh, that would be fucking hilarious.
Just fucking when people are like, what are you doing? Well, yeah, I'll
you won't give me a straw. Sorry,
but it's San Francisco, right? And you know how hard it is to shoot liquid out of a syringe. It would be fucking hilarious. Watch it. This is delicious.
Squirting everywhere.
And then you go, wow, man, this has like no actual liquid pressure to it. It's like 3-year-olds peeing on me. And then they're like, you're under arrest. You can't say that on Twitter. You're fired. It's what we call a callback in the comedy biz.
Some restaurants and bars in the city have already taken steps to cut back on their use of plasticware. Nicole Kowalski, a bartender at Pagan Idol.
And a Pollock.
The name of her bar is Pagan Idol.
Of course.
Said during a public comment period last week that the Financial District bar started saving $900 a month on its bill when it switched to compostable paper straws, which suck. The amount of waste and garnishes that will end up in landfill was staggering, she said. Other U.S. cities such as Seattle, San Owapispo, and Malibu have also taken steps this year to ban various plastic foodware. Also on Tuesday, the supervisor pushed a motion considering banning cannabis stores from Chinatown to the July 31st meeting. Why would this? It's weird, right? What does a cannabis store in Chinatown have to do with each other?
Because when you smoke a lot of weed, you look Chinese.
Oh, and then cultural appropriate. Thank you, Mike. Finally, now I know.
I'm always on point.
Yeah.
I got this.
Okay, perfect. You're right. You're right. So we heard the Cohen tape leak. President Trump's former lawyer.
Yeah, this isn't fun.
So let's play a little bit here.
Boy, what a morning, right? You can imagine if there are, Julie, dozens, perhaps, or at least a dozen such taped conversations, you can imagine how you could snippet this story to death between now and the 2020 election, which might explain why the president is out on Twitter this morning asking the simple question, why on earth would Michael Cohen tape their conversations? Let me take you to the president's favorite social media platform where he said this: what kind of lawyer would tape a client? So sad. Is this a first? No, before. Why was the tape so abruptly terminated, cut, while I was presumably saying positive things? I hear there are other clients and many reporters that are taped. Can this be so? Too bad.
I hear there are other
Trump
clients
have his own
and
tapes?
many reporters that are taped.
Does he got tapes too? Does he got his own tapes?
It would be great if he had his own tapes.
Here's a clip
look,
from one
here's
such.
the thing, right? Every time, because I keep getting the Trump's a crook. It's a crook. And I'm like, all right, fine. But he's up against a lot of crooks. So like, but if you notice, he always lets them do the crook shit first. Because look, I don't know. Look, I heard the tapes. They don't obviously paint a very positive picture. That being said, he's right. What kind of lawyer tapes his client? That's outrageously, like, when you talk about people not having confidence in certain institutions and in our culture and society, lawyer-client confidentiality is like one of the most sacred things in the world. It's the only thing that makes a Jew lawyer a useful human being.
Jesus.
What?
Wow. Going hard, huh?
Sorry, but...
Fucking Christ.
I said lawyer.
No, I got it, but you said Jew lawyer.
Cohen's a
Okay.
Jew lawyer. I was being, it's him. He's the guy.
No, you're right.
So, fine, just lawyers in general. But the only thing that makes them redeemable is lawyer-client confidentiality. Right. The fact that I could go hire any attorney right now and go, look, I stabbed this hoe in the face. What do I do? There is, you know what I mean? Like there's only in certain societies do you have that sacred thing, and if you remove that, you're gonna have a whole new era of people that just don't trust fucking lawyers, dude. Which we already don't. But you had one thing that made you good.
Yeah, give me a Jimmy McGill any day.
Recording.
He did what he could for his clients, man. Say what
did.
you want.
That's what I said.
Did his fucking job.
You don't need a criminal lawyer. You need a criminal lawyer.
We believe, about that alleged payment to sort of finish off that catch and kill story about the president, then private citizen Trump's alleged tryst with a model about a dozen years ago. Listen here.
I need to open up a company for the transfer of all of that info regarding our friend David, so that
You'll be dead if it wasn't for my son David.
You'll be dead without my David.
I'm going to do that right away. I've actually come up and I've spoken to Alan Weisselberg about how to set the whole thing up with funding. Yes, and it's all the stuff because you never know where that company, you never know where he's going to be. Correct. So I'm all over that, and I spoke to Alan about it when it comes time for the financing, which will be
Peach Trump.
We'll have to.
Orange Cheeto man. Blown the fuck out.
There's really nothing in this tape,
He's
by
done.
the way.
He can't recover. He's going to be resigning within the next 72
His
hours.
approval ratings actually just went up.
Whatever.
No. I got no.
So you heard the words cash and check there. There's a dispute, obviously, in typical Washington fashion. Two people can hear the very same thing, Julie, and hear wildly different things at the very same time, have incredibly different interpretations.
Okay, here's the interpretation.
That's what happens when you have a little snippet of a manipulated tape.
Exactly, and it was cut off. That is true. It's not the full tape, and it's not going to do anything. But by the way, yeah, that is the most disgusting part. There's attorney-client privilege. Of course, Cohen's going to be disbarred. He has to be, right? Like, he has to be disbarred. There's not even a fucking if and or but about that. I mean, you're breaking attorney-client privilege, which is fucking illegal.
This is but this also worries me in a way because he wouldn't be this bold if there wasn't more. That's the only thing that makes me nervous. Like, if I was going to break this level, of fucking trust and be this reviled by half the country for the rest of my life, I would be confident I had some more goodies. So I don't know, man. It still makes me nervous. I don't like it. But I don't like that he did this. This is really gross.
It is.
And the left is praising him.
Of course, Mike. Do you know who else the left is praising? The fucking dude who decided that he was going to destroy Donald Trump's star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, I heard it. This made me fucking violently angry.
Mike, but wait a second. Here's what you don't know.
It's your tax money, you retard.
Here's what you don't know. I love playing these games because you haven't heard this yet. Whose star do you think Donald Trump is right next to on the Walk of Fame? It's not alphabetical, so.
Has to be somebody. Is it fuck, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
I have no clue.
Here we go.
Take a look at this. So next to Kevin Spacey is a hole with just the outline of a star.
Do you understand? Every time you guys try to make a statement, you make a terrible statement. Like, at least smash both, right? Right? Wouldn't you at least smash both?
Kevin Spacey was accused by an actor who at that time was 14 years old of him sexually assaulting him.
And he's being accused of more than just that.
No, but I'm just using this. But,
oh, yeah.
And he has not denied any of the allegations. Next to
Orange Cheeto boy, though. You got to get him. Gotta hit him where it hurts, man. Gotta get that Trump blumpity blump. This is literally just like the clip of Desmond is Amazing with the trainee saying Hitler was right. Like, you guys are creating all these modern art pieces lately, like these living memes that we're gonna make sure live on.
Look at this. So next to Kevin Spacey is a hole with just the outline of a star. Then,
Okay, why is there one of those pull-up, those pull-up things you put on the doors, like to do? Why is that over the star?
I don't protect. It's a club. It looks like something like you'd use as a piece of an exercise machine.
No, but those are the things you hang on the door to do pull-ups. That's what that is. I'm not even joking. That's what that is.
I don't know. I guess is that to protect it?
I get it, but it's not doing great. Let's see.
that was the president's star here on the Walk of Fame, a passerby putting that black contraption over it. And a short time ago, we learned that a man has been arrested and is in the process of being booked for vandalism. That's according to Officer Ho at the Hollywood LAPD station. Take a look at this video from earlier this morning. It shows officers responding. A pickaxe left next to the star. It looks like the star was just ripped right out of the ground. This happened about 3.
Oh, wait. It turns out it was Nicolas Cage, and he was looking for the Declaration of Independence.
Why would it be under Donald Trump's star? That's weird.
Think about it. President of the United States.
Oh, they knew.
They knew. They've known.
State.
Deep State knew all
Somebody
along.
call Mike Cernovich.
Call him.
Tell him we have a story that's now his story.
30 a.m. And then a short time later, Beverly Hills PD tells us a man turned himself
Chief
in.
Judge Reinhold was on the scene to tell us that they were going to get Axel Foley back on the case.
Dun, 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 dun.
At their station. They don't know how
Beverly
he
Hills
got
Cop 4. We promise it'll be better than Beverly Hills Cop 3.
That was fucking really
bad.
there, but he
Well,
confessed
you know
to
why
officer.
Beverly Hills Cop 3 was bad? Want to know a true story about that movie?
Sure.
Because it wasn't written as Beverly Hills Cop 3. So at the time, they just wanted more Eddie Murphy movies.
Right.
And they were like, well, this is easy money. We'll just make a third Beverly Hills Cop movie. And that studio at the time had bought a script, and they were trying to make a movie that was, quote unquote, Die Hard in an amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
And they were shipping this they paid a bunch of money for this script. They wanted to make it, so they just rewrote it as Beverly Hills Cop 3 and had some excuse for Axel Foley to infiltrate an amusement park, and that's why it's such a bad movie, because it's two different movies. And they were like, well, we want to make this. We also want to make this. Well, Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop, Die Hard in an amusement park, we can't lose. And he was the worst thing ever. It's a true story, by the way. You can look that up.
I believe
It's
you.
terrible.
I did not.
But now that you're putting it together in your head, you're like, that makes total sense. It's two different movies.
It really is. It's two movies stitched together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those weird autistic things that I know.
Yeah, so they pickaxed his thing. The guy has turned himself in.
Because he's going to get a bunch of money now.
Of course he is.
This is the new fucking left, man.
Yeah. Next to Kevin Spacey, Bill Cosby star is not touched either.
I think that we should make it a law that you are not allowed, it should be a federal law that you are not allowed to profit or have fundraisers for a crime that seems premeditated, right? Anything that feels like a stunt, you shouldn't be allowed to have a GoFundMe.
I hear what you're saying. Like the lady that climbed the Statue of Liberty, now she has a GoFundMe and making a bunch of money.
You shouldn't be allowed to be an activist and then go, give me $100,000 because I climbed a thing and I risked $2,000 in legal expenses. You know what I mean? Fuck that. It's a scam.
Do you think the person's going to get any jail time or anything?
No.
Do you think anything will happen to them? A fine, maybe?
Yeah, they'll get a fine. They'll get a suspended sentence because they're not going to want to give him nothing because they know there'll be a shitstorm from the right. So they'll give him a suspended sentence, but he won't serve
probation.
Yeah, time served, shit like that. And then he'll come out and all like $60,000 in a GoFundMe. Fucking hate these voters. Hate these people.
Mike has been very angry lately.
Everybody, man. Everybody's just scum.
Mike, back to banning everything because that's what this show is about today. This is from...
Okay, all right.
It's from Vice News. Boy, wait till I read the... I'm surprised, too, when I read this. From Vice News. Twitter is shadow banning prominent Republicans like the RNC chair and Trump Jr. spokesman.
It's from Vice?
This is from Vice.
Wow.
Twitter is limiting the visibility of prominent Republicans in search results, a technique known as shadow banning. By the way, Twitter to this day denies that they shadow ban people. And what it was...
There's so many websites that will show you that you are, though.
And on camera, getting them on camera saying it. In what it says is a side effect of its attempt to improve the quality of discourse on the platform, the Republican Party chair, Ronna McDaniel, several conservatives, Republican congressmen, and Donald Trump Jr. spokesperson no longer appear in the auto-populated drop-down search box on Twitter, which is
That's Twitter.
That's huge, because if you're searching
That's
for someone
Twitter.
on Twitter, if you're searching for somebody on Twitter, like if it's a famous person, you don't know, you'll say you don't know their fucking handle, you type, at Michael McDonald, for example, and I can't find him on Twitter. I'm shadow banned for my thoughts about the Jews in the music industry.
Michael McDonald making a long time appearance.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Donald Trump's spokesman no longer appears in the auto-populated drop-down. Vice News has learned it's a shift that diminishes their own platform. And it's the same one being deployed against prominent racists to limit their visibility. The profiles continue to appear when conducting a full search, but not in the more convenient and visible drop-down bar. The accounts appear to also populate if you already follow the person.
Now, I ran myself through one of those filters. Now, I am a racist, but apparently I'm not prominent.
No.
So I'm not shadow banned.
Democrats are not being shadow banned in the same way, according to a Vice News review. McDaniel's counterpart, Democratic Party Chair Tom Perez, a liberal member of Congress, including Representative Maxine Waters, Joe Kennedy III, Keith Ellison, and Mark Pocan. I think Joe Kennedy's, by the way, is at Yo Soy Joe Kennedy. All continue to appear in the drop-down and search results. Not a single member of the 78-person Progressive Caucus faces the same situation on Twitter. The notion that social media companies would suppress certain levels of political points of view should concern every American, McDaniel told Vice News in a statement. Twitter owes the public answers to what's really going on. Presented with screenshots of the searches, a Twitter spokesperson told Vice News, "We are aware that some accounts are not automatically populating on our search box and shipping changes to address this." Asked why only conservative Republicans appear to be affected and not liberal Democrats, a spokesperson wrote, "I'd emphasize that our technology is based on account behavior, not the content of tweets." So the spokesperson for Trump, by the way, we're not talking Richard Spencer. We're not talking David Duke. We're talking spokesperson for the GOP. Who, by the way, by every account, it's everything. I'm looking at
you guys. You see, here's the thing, though, right? And I'm going to try to, because Roy sometimes his low IQ brain doesn't understand these sophisticated mechanics.
Mike watches Rick and Morty
of politics, so I'm gonna dumb things down for Roy. I want him to understand how this works. So yeah, he's the GOP chairman, but you see Trump, Drumpity Drumpf Blump, Orange Cheeto, fascism.
Any hashtag that?
Resist, I guess.
Okay, thank you. I get it now. I apologize. I didn't realize that.
By the way, did you see my screenshot that I posted yesterday from the Revenge of the Sis account? From the Resist subreddit. Resistance is a must. You must resist. It's all about, And literally, as soon as you subscribe to it, you get an auto email from them saying, follow the rules. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Welcome to Resist. We must resist. By the way, follow the goddamn rules or you're out of here, bub.
Twitter directed Vice News to a May 15th blog post that explained the company's new approach to combating troll-like behaviors. After making changes to its platform, the company said that the result is the people contributing to the healthy conversation will be more visible in conversations and searches. Twitter did not respond to a follow-up questions. Twitter's troll hunt, however, has ensured some of the most prominent Republicans in the country. Type in the name of McDaniel conservative members of Congress like Mark Meadows, Jim Jordan, Mike Gazette, and Trump Jr. spokesperson Andrew Surban, for example, and Twitter's drop-down search bar does not show their profiles. The search menu also does not display the verified profiles of Devin Nunes, only his unverified one that he seldom uses. The limits their visibility and ease of finding their profiles compared to the liberal counterparts. The company's drop-down search bar has also been excluding several prominent racist figures of the alt-right, such as Jason Kessler, who organized last year's white nationalist rally. The platform has also demoted a smattering of far-right figures like Mike Cernovich, as a Gizmodo report earlier this week. But the rationale determining with their account of auto-populated search results and which does is unclear. InfoWars and its leader Alex Jones have not been demoted despite often spreading false news and alt-right conspiracy theories. For example, Republican Rep. Steve King.
Can I explain to you why? Guys, because some of them are now part of the club. You don't want to believe it. I know we all love Uncle Alex. Some of you guys do. Some of you guys do like some of these other new media figures, but they're already in the club. If they still have a blue check mark and they're not shadow banned at this point in this very contentious war, then they're clearly not on our side of the war. That's how I feel about it.
No, you're right.
Blue check mark genocide when?
Looks like soon, man.
Well, you're going first, Cernovich.
And some good news. Appeals court rules Constitution protects right to openly carry in public.
By the way, this is I want to point out to you guys, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in Hawaii. This is the one that always has some liberal horse shit. This is the news. This is one that always, when they say activist judges, they are always talking about this court. It's that one, and then I think there's one in California. I think it's the 11th. But there's one in California. Those two are the fucking most insidious fucks. So this is shocking.
A federal appeals court on Tuesday ruled that the Constitution's Second Amendment grants people the right to open carry in public for self-defense. The Ninth U.S. Court of Appeals made the ruling while rejecting a claim from Hawaii officials that the right should only apply to guns kept at home. The ruling was issued by a 3-judge panel on the court and came about after a year after the Supreme Court decided not to rule on the case. 2 of the 3 judges on the Ninth Court voted to reverse the decision by the U.S. District Court in Hawaii that said officials did not infringe on the rights of George Young, the plaintiff who was twice denied a permit to carry a gun in public. We do not take lightly the problem of gun violence. Judge Diramudu Oskalani wrote in a Tuesday ruling, but for better or for worse, the Second Amendment does protect the right to carry a firearm in public for self-defense. The court said in a ruling that it acknowledged the Second Amendment does not guarantee a right to carry concealed firearms in public. So, yeah, I mean, that's good. That means it'll probably going to head up to the Supreme Court now. I'm going to tell you that's the next step. It'll be appealed. It'll be sent up to the Supreme Court.
Who's Supreme Court? Our Supreme Court.
That's right.
Do you feel in charge?
Not anymore. They're going to have a tough time. By the way, Cory Booker already came out and is already threatening people to not vote approve Trump's SCOTUS pick Kavanaugh.
Cool. Well, Cory Booker needs to stay in it. You need to stay in your goddamn lane, Junior.
Yeah, that's not. I think he's angling to run for fucking president.
He probably is, but you need to calm down, kiddo, because you ain't. You know what? Obama was smooth. You ain't no Obama.
Back to banning things.
Every black Democrat now thinks they're the next Obama. That guy was a next level. You know what I mean? It's like you guys are all little kids thinking you're going to grow up and be Jordan.
Back to banning things. Over in the UK, Tesco refuses to sell Liam Wellham, 16, a teaspoon. A 16-year-old boy was told he was too young to buy a pack of spoons by a supermarket.
Well, guys, have you ever seen how dangerous a spoon is?
It's not dangerous at all. It's the least of all of the weapons.
Well, maybe it was a soup ladle.
No, it was just a regular teaspoon.
Well, if you were to maybe perhaps sharpen the spoon in some way.
No, I get it, but to sharpen the spoon, you'd probably need a knife, and he wouldn't give him a knife.
It's like having 10,000 spoons.
It's all you need. It's ironic, really. Liam Well was sent by his stepmother to local Tesco.
Isn't that Sharia?
Don't you think? A little too Sharia. And I really do think. It's like rape before your wedding day.
It's like a tiny Trump balloon. When you expected a big one.
Yeah. Something about acid attacks. But the staff refused to sell the 57-pack of teaspoons to Liam because he was not 18. His stepmother, Yvette, said the decision was daft, and Tesco apologized for staff not using their judgment. Miss Wallen said that sent Liam out to buy spoons because he and his brother Josh kept losing them.
We sent our news crew out to get a comment from the police chief, who was quoted as saying, "Oh, you got a license for that camera." We were all arrested immediately and taken into custody while 4 Muslims raped a woman outside the police station.
Let's ban everything. Let's make sure that nobody gets anything. But look, on the upside, at least everything in the UK is fine. Because, again, like, they have time now to ban things like spoons and knives, you know? What?
Nick, have you lost your mind? Half the content we do on this show is about how that island is burning.
Iranian man dragged boy 12 into Glasgow and raped him.
Well, that's Scotland.
I said the UK.
Yeah, but it's like, that's Scotland.
An Iranian who dragged a 12-year-old schoolboy into a Glasgow close and raped him has been jailed. How long do you think he's been jailed for?
They probably made him do a good solid 72 hours.
9 years. Jans Bronvadan, 37, was convicted of assaulting and sexually abusing the boy on August 18, 2017. The High Court in Glasgow heard the Bronvadan compelled the boy to go with him and forced him on his knees before raping him. When police searched the home in Rona Street, Glasgow, they found an extreme pornographic imagery of bestiality. He was convicted of having this in possession. Detectives also found child porn on his computer. Okay, wait a second. Child porn seems to be worse, but they really put a lot of emphasis on...
No, you gotta end with child porn.
You think so?
Yeah, because he was like, look, he raped a child. And then he also had bestiality and stuff, and then child porn.
Okay,
you put
it's a
the
sandwich.
Bestiality in the middle, because you wouldn't want to close with you wouldn't want to go, oh, he raped kids, he had child porn, and then he had bestiality porn. You're like, all right, well, let's close with the child porn, so you feel really shocked. Because you go, and child porn. Bum, bum, bum.
Do you have to do the music?
And then the gerbil turns around.
Okay. You want to move over to India?
I'd rather not.
I wouldn't either. An entire community
My stomach's already bothering me.
in India. Just shit in the streets like they do. An entire community got together to rape a child. India recoils at a gross
World's
assault.
next superpower, ladies and gentlemen.
New Delhi. For months after the
I prefer the old Delhi, the one down by the firehouse.
Carnegie.
No, one of the.
I got you.
One of the ones that are owned by an Italian.
Got it. New Delhi, for months, the police say a group of men took turns raping a 11-year-old girl in the gated community in Chiana, India, where the girl lived with her parents. The men gave her soft drinks laced with drugs. The police said they filmed themselves raping her, brandishing knives, and threatening to release the video if the girl told her family, the police said. The men were not intruders in the gated community, but employees who greeted residents, operated the elevator, or brought water coolers to the apartments. When news broke on Monday, the authorities in Chiana, a coastal city in the southeast, had arrested 17 men.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Accused of raping or molesting the girl over a period of 7 months. Chaos erupted as a complex in the older part of the city. Residents dismissed the building's remaining staff members. Women volunteered to guard the complex's entrances, and some called for the suspects to be hanged. Man, if that woman was a cow, they would have left her alone. Indian television channels ran lengthy news segments with the banner headlines that simply read, Chiani Horror. The story has shaken me to the core. Rohani Singh, an Indian journalist, wrote on Twitter, an entire community got together to rape a child that cannot even fathom the depravity and horror of this act. This has been a year punctuated by brutal crimes against young girls in India. In January, an 8-year-old was kidnapped, locked in a Hindu temple, and raped, then beaten to death. In May, a teenager in central India was set on fire after her parents told the village council members that the men in the area had raped their daughter. In June, a 7-year-old was raped in the state of Madhya Pradesh, also in central India. Afterwards, the two men slit her throat and left her to die.
Could we shut the borders, please?
No, but by all means, go after a director's old edgelord tweets. That's what matters. A poll released in June.
Well, you could probably, what the problem is, you can't really short stocks on the Indian stock exchange. You don't make as much lira or rupees or whatever the fuck those animals use.
Fucking looks like baby asses. A poll released in June, the Ross and Reuters Foundation named India the most dangerous country in the world for women. Ahead of war-torn countries like Afghanistan and Syria, in India, a rape occurs at least every 20 minutes.
Imagine, ladies, if real life were your inbox.
A rape is more reliable than the MTA in fucking New York. India officials have struggled to figure out what to do. The government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved the measure in April to raise jail sentence for rapists and introduce a death penalty for those convicted of raping anyone under 12. But it is unclear whether the law will have much of effect in India's judicial system because they all look alike. Look, I added that. It is notorious backlogged with millions of cases stuck in overburdened courts. Many of the crimes against young girls that gripe India in this year have dropped out of the news cycle. Some Indians have criticized the near constant coverage of sexual violence, questioning whether the country's statistics were any worse than other parts of the world. After the release of the Thomas Reuters report, Shaladirana Rajmataha,
not going to work here anymore.
An Indian economist, argued in an editorial that India's rape murder numbers were lower than those of several advanced countries, and argued that the critics were guilty of foisting the prefabricated narrative entirely contrary to the facts.
Was your argument that our rape count is lower than several other places? That's not a good argument.
It's a terrible argument,
right? Most other places, the majority of other hey, we're better than some places.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, look, we're better than David Copperfield's Rape Island.
We're not Thailand.
In India, reporting crimes can be dangerous. National laws do not always take effect in rural villages, where councils of men mete out their own punishments. As more Indians buy smartphones and the rapid spread of rumors through messaging platforms like WhatsApp has spawned vigilante justice. In recent months, mobs have killed dozens of people falsely accused of kidnapping young children, prompting the Supreme Court to urge the government on Tuesday to pass an anti-lynching law amid the curbing of the spreading of fucking, geez, in the Stone Age over there, man. The rape of an 11-year-old girl.
World's next superpower.
Starting in January, the men ages 23 to 66 worked as contractors in the building, took the girl to empty apartments in the complex where they gave her sedatives, tied a belt around her neck, forced her to watch obscene videos, and raped her. For months, Mr. Rajawari said the girl was unable to convey what had happened to her parents, who thought she was out playing. Last week, after the girl's sister noticed marks on her body, the police were approached, setting into motion the arrest of employees in the building, including an elevator attendant who is thought to having initiated the assault and encouraged others to join in.
World's next superpower. And you know why they're the world's next superpower?
They all shit in the streets?
Because there's just so many of them. Because
it's a lot.
Raping and breeding. It's pretty scary, man.
Dude, it's fucking terrible.
Thanks, shitskins.
Really do appreciate it. You know what? The thing is, each one of those men, though, probably had 17 Twitter accounts and they were retweeting Scott Presler things. We have to go to break here.
That, Scott Presley, you're funding this shit.
Are you
We'll make that case. Let's start Gabe Hoffmaning and Mike Cernoviching it. Let's just start making really loose, wild allegations about people. Maybe you're a pedophile. Maybe you're a satanic Luciferian pedophile. Huh?
Mike Cernovich
No. How about you?
Mike Cernovich has never said he wasn't. Just saying. We have to go to break here. RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. That's how you help us. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Become a patron. That really helps us out. If you go to our website and you're going to buy anything through Amazon anyway, just click our click-through banner. We get a piece there. It helps us out. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then?
A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mercer are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now. And that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chance.
And Mr. Chinaman say in his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching, a chong, a ching, a chong, choo.
Phew, stinky Frenchmen.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, you're dead and I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Thanks for staying with us on your Wednesday Hump Day show. Remember, if you want to help us out, revengeofthesis.com/donate. Help us get to DC, streamlabs.com/revengeofthesis.
I also cannot stress enough how important it is that you guys please spread that fucking Cernovich petition around anywhere you can. Anywhere you think it'll gain traction. We need to get 1,000. I want to get that thing up to 1,000 signatures. We're almost at 500, but
that's good.
We gotta move because those change.org petitions only last like a few weeks. So
yeah, then they go away.
We need to get moving on this, guys.
So,
come on with this bitch.
Every couple of weeks, we try to play you one. But by the way, it's been 3 weeks, Mike, and she has not put up a new episode, which is weird because she puts one up pretty much every week, every other week.
She's filming the new season, man.
Okay, but as not to keep everybody without Queer Kid stuff, I dug back through her archives, and I found her show. This is Queer Kid Stuff number 11.
Why is she always dressed like one of the fuck guys in Reservoir Dogs?
A much thinner Lindsay from Queer Kid Stuff here, 2016.
Back when her parents still were holding out a little bit of hope.
Right.
Like maybe she's just being weird because of college.
Or maybe she's in a ska band.
If we get her back home, we get her, get her a job, she'll start being normal again. She'll meet a nice boy. They were still in denial at this point.
So Lindsay from Queer Kid Stuff, this is number 11, and we've never played this. This is what happened the day after the election on Queer Kid Stuff.
Hey there. Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and today I want to talk about the election here in the United States.
Talk about the election.
Election, huh?
On Tuesday, November 8th, 2016, we elected Donald Trump to be the next president of our country.
Sure did.
We
sure did.
Goddamn right.
Because of these results, the last week has been hard for a lot of grown-ups. I'm sure it's been hard for you too.
No,
I know.
Hasn't. Kids,
they're kids. They don't care.
Any election really ever affect your life, other than maybe the general mood around your house,
right?
For a day or two,
and then people go back to work.
Yeah, but I'm sure during the election time, you remember maybe there was a weekend there where fucking Clinton won, and your family was probably like, just yelling in Spanish about how it's going to be communism in America, and then after a weekend, Monday, like he said, you go back to work and everybody's fine again.
You are sad and scared and confused. Your grown-up probably is too. It's
Actually,
okay
now that I think
to
of
feel.
it too, I'm sure older people in your family had some choice words for Obama.
They still do. And they're not things that I could repeat on this show.
No, we like being on YouTube. Old people rule.
They don't care. Ask Armando, my grandfather, about trans rights. See what he tells you.
I have.
It's not fun.
Well, no, it is.
Well, it's fun for us, but
it's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is why this old man loves me. I'm fucking with you all the way, dude.
Your grown-up probably is too. It's okay to feel those things. I have also been sad and scared and confused, even angry. I want to tell you the truth. That Donald Trump can be a mean person.
That makes total sense, though.
Oh, well, let's play the rest.
No, go back. We gotta really. I want people to hear this, what she has to say. It means a lot to me. Look at that. No
matter where I pause it, it's great.
Your grown-up probably is too. It's okay to
Fucking
feel
parents.
those things. I have also been sad and scared and confused, even
Your whole
Hey,
life.
that was just high school.
Your entire life.
and scared and confused, even angry. I want to tell you the truth. That Donald Trump can be a mean person. The grown-ups who voted for him, they can be mean too.
Donald Trump, blumpity blumph.
The grown-ups who voted for him can be mean too.
Utterly BTFO'd. You understand me? You're done. You're done, Trump. The balloon is coming to America.
The grown-ups who voted for him, they can be mean too.
Fucking right with you.
And the truth is that they probably will not stop being mean anytime soon.
You know what? So far, I'm not disagreeing with anything she's saying.
The fact is probably difficult for you to hear.
You gonna cry?
It's
You gonna cry?
difficult.
You squirt? You squirt there? You squirt there?
Mad about the election?
Oh no, President Cheeto Man!
Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have listened to Bernie. Maybe I shouldn't have voted for Hillary. Maybe I could have sent a message to my party. But no, they're just gonna run her again if she's still alive, or her Westworld host replacement. Cause we never learn our lesson. Like I keep pushing trans issues onto children, despite the fact that due to my own homosexual lifestyle, I'm always alone and my relationships never last because we're not good at monogamy. And even though I'm dead inside and scared and alone, like I admitted in this video, I'm still gonna push my lifestyle onto kids.
She should go back to being Dana's neighbor in Ghostbusters. I'm the keymaster, you the gatekeeper?
No. Because one time I turned into a dog and they helped me. Thank you, Your Honor.
There is no Dana, only Zer.
If Louis Tully as the defense attorney in Ghostbusters 2 isn't one of your favorite scenes in a movie ever, I can't be your friend.
All right, let's go back to Honey, I Transed Your Kids.
Probably will not stop being mean anytime soon. The fact is probably difficult for you to hear. It's difficult for me to talk about. But I want you to remember this. Hatefulness and meanness may have won this election, but love and kindness are so much stronger.
Wrong. Hey, Dana, I'm having a party over. It's just a couple of accountant friends, whatever.
Oh, God.
It's all I can think of
It's
now.
just-
Is this goofy bitch getting on a bus with Slimer? Little jetpack on. You fucking stink, Lindsay.
God damn it.
Hey, honey, I shrunk the kids and then I made them big and then I made them trans and then I molested them. And then they killed them. So, honey, the kids killed themselves.
All right, let's go back to Darth Helmet.
Honey, I gave the kids HIV.
Honey, I paused the kids.
It's not funny, guys.
Come on, why you joking about that
Seriously,
stuff?
get a grip
Come
on yourself.
That's why Gabe blocked us.
Grow up.
Makes sense.
You are our future, and it looks so bright. Your grown-ups love you, I love you, and Teddy...
Feed me, Seymour!
But here's the question, Lindsay. Does anyone love you? Does anyone love you,
deep.
Lindsay? That's why you're
loves you
doing
too.
videos for kids.
And
That's like the
we-
lowest hanging fruit. It's literally below Christian. Like this will be Baked Alaska's next thing when he gets blown the fuck out of Christian community because he's a fraud, and they'll go, "You're not even a good Christian," and then they start seeing through his shit. The next step down is Baked Alaska will be doing based kid stuff like we always joked about.
Chris Markin in the chat says, fuck the quirky guitar behind it, too. No, it's a ukulele.
Ukulele and xylophone.
Thank you.
Which is every stupid, horrible hipster commercial now.
Teddy loves you too.
Where's
And-
Teddy? I'm right here. We're just a dude. Ah, terrible effects.
By the way, let's fast forward 1 year. It's just going to be a gay. It's just going to be a bear from a fucking gay club sitting there. There's going to be Teddy in a leather vest with chaps on.
What if she really does use all the Kickstarter money and spends like $800,000 on just Teddy doing all the rendering? So it's just like a real fucking awesome Teddy. I don't know, Lindsay. Just a big bear.
And the rest of the money just gets her finger popped behind a Waffle House.
And I don't get it. You do a show about fags. Why didn't you just go get a regular bear?
That's what I just said.
Is that what you said?
I said get an actual bear from a gay club.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. But
in
like,
a leather vest and leather chaps.
yeah,
with a hat.
Yeah, with the little. Get that guy.
So they look like Prince Albert from WWF.
Wouldn't that be funnier though?
Be great.
I would love that. What do you think, Teddy? I think that's a great idea, Linz.
You got any twinks around here I could mouth fuck?
And then tell me about activism and how it's like a pie.
Can you validate my parking? My Harley's parked outside.
Yeah, my dick is so hard right now. I know you don't know what that's like anymore.
Yeah.
Teddy loves you too. And we need to work together for a better future.
Do we?
Flash forward to like 2 weeks later, you're throwing shit through windows and acting like fucking assholes, punching people and hitting people with bike locks. Yeah. Good job, Linz.
Love.
The best thing you can do right now is go hug your grown-up real tight. Go to school and listen to people who are different from
And
you.
stand for the goddamn national anthem.
She just turns fucking completely heel turns on the flag thing.
Starts waving America. USA! USA! She puts a MAGA hat on.
And most important of all, be kind.
You picked the wrong team to fight for, Lindsay. You should have became a bass tranny. You would
Yeah, you would have been great.
You'd have been rolling in shekels.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's okay to be sad. But I want you to know that I have hope. And
HPV. It's a little one sometimes, you know?
It really is. It was just. That wasn't a headshot, but it was a good neck shot. It just went through 2 arteries. It's like, well, it's just as good.
I want you to know that I have hope. And I believe in you. We are always stronger together in love.
What?
Thank you for watching Queer Kid Stuff. Don't forget to have your grown-ups subscribe to the channel for new videos like this every Wednesday. They can help me continue to make new videos by supporting our Patreon page.
By the way, a little pro tip here from people who know the radio, failed radio people. You don't want your song to have people singing in it while you're trying to talk over it because you don't understand what's being said.
It's very terrible.
It's the worst. You don't. Hit the post, stupid.
By supporting our Patreon page. From all of us here at Queer Kid Stuff,
AIDS
we love
kid
you and
stuff. We're giving kids a bunch of AIDS.
You'll never grow up here on AIDS Kid Stuff. That's mean. Come on. No wonder Gabe blocked us.
Remember the fucking Desmond clip from last night on the next edition of AIDS by 11? Fuck it. We're accelerating. Remember? Ban
I agree.
everything. This is it, man. We are fucking flying planes into buildings now on the internet. That's fucking. By the way, those are antipsychotics.
You pan down in the video and she's in a straitjacket with a tie over it. She's talking to a wall.
Just fucking take those fucking pieces of chalk and sodomize yourself with them. You fucking degenerate.
Oh, she's one of those no penetration lesbians.
Oh, God.
You know it. You could tell.
She just rubs through the pants.
Disgusting. Mike, you had this question the other day, so I'm glad that Mike brought, not you, Mike, but the site MIC brought it up.
What,
So-
you found out if they still made Fifth Avenue candy bars?
This is from Mike.
A different question. All
It's a
right.
different question. I'm a transgender man who wants to be a dad. How should I come out to my future kid? Don't. You want to back up?
Please.
Okay, back up.
I had it.
This is from the segment that we read sometimes called Transplaining from Mike. I'm a transgender man who wants to be a dad. How should I come out to my future kids?
But are you a dude now or like no, come on, I'm not being, this isn't a bit. Are you now or you're a dude? What role are you to this child? Like naturally. How do you ask this question? Like, are you gonna pop the baby out of your boy pussy?
Nigga, you got a penis.
Or you got to put your fucking boy pussy and rub it on somebody and then it pops out.
Might be a lady penis. Might be a lady penis.
Are you going to poop the baby out? I just want to...
I hope to be a dad one day, but I have a lot of concerns about raising a kid as a transgender guy.
So you're a chick.
Chick.
All right, so you're a chick.
I feel like it'd be wrong to hide that. When should I tell my kids that I am trans?
I got it.
How do I tell
Great
them?
idea. Don't have kids. Next story. Problem solved.
Although some may suggest that transgender people aren't fit to be parents.
I think, look, what I would do is, sweetheart.
Toots?
Toots. Here's what I would do if I were you.
Listen, Sugar used to have tits.
Yeah, considering your frame of mind and what you're planning on building a family, here's what I would do. Step one, right now. Stop everything you're doing and drink poison. Drink a large amount of poison. Is that not?
Have you heard of Nightshade?
Step two, put on some nice tunes. Something you'd like. Or maybe ambient sounds like rain and lightning. People like to go to sleep to that.
Although some may suggest that transgender people are unfit to be parents, I think your query is very much indicative of the opposite. You are approaching potential fatherhood in an excitingly thoughtful manner, one that displays a genuine concern and care for the well-being of your future child. If
you cared about the well-being of your future child, you'd stop with your transgendered nonsense.
If anyone attempts to tell you that you should not be a parent, pay them no mind.
Can I want to reiterate this. This is a point I make many times on this show. If you want your child to have anything other than a normal life, you're a piece of shit. Can we agree on that?
I agree with you 100%.
And I understand when I say normal, there's the Overton window, and there's a wide range of normal. But you should want your kid to be in that little, like where Earth is in our solar system, right at that perfect normal spot where you can have water and heat and not die. You people are experimenting with your kids. If you want to be transgender, great. If you want to have kids, be normal for your fucking kids.
There are plenty of trans individuals who raise healthy and thriving children. I again reached out to Teak Milan.
How do we know this? What data do we have compared to? Because they're not a big, significant part of our population. So trans people haven't raised a whole hell of a lot of kids. For us to even have, I think, enough to do to even have a sample group.
I reached out to Teak Milan, a trans man who recently welcomed a child of his own with his wife, Kim Katrin Milan. Like you, Milan spent a great deal of her time contemplating this very topic. As a parent, we shape the world for our children. Milan said in an email, "We set the foundation of what is true, right, and possible. I think during these early years, it's important to teach them the truth, that gender is not a binary system, but a spectrum of possibilities, and that their dad is on that spectrum." Oh, your dad's on the spectrum,
So this
all right.
bitch is basing it on.
So base.
She's basing this on the word of a trans couple that still has what sounds to be a toddler or a baby.
Correct.
So that's not.
It's not a long-term
That's
study.
not proof. That's not proof. We have a whole generation of fucking future serial killers we're raising. Do you know how many fucking school shooters were raised in our generation? And we didn't even have all this trans nonsense. You guys made the game way more confusing. There's way more technology, and these kids are way more isolated. Yeah, let's give them trans parents too. Why not?
I have a 6-month
trans parents, not transparents, by the way.
I got it. I have a 6-month-old daughter, and she has several transgender and gender nonconforming people in her life. She should be taken away from you forcibly.
Yeah, you should all conform. Conforming's good.
She'll also know that gender is a multitude of experiences, and I have mine, just as my wife has hers, a cisgender woman. In the terms of deciding when and how to come out as trans to your future child, this is a deeply personal choice that one can only make. You certainly shouldn't feel obligated to disclose your trans identity to anyone, but coming out to your child as a trans may actually facilitate a significant teachable moment for them. They will begin to learn about the nuances and realities of trans identity, potentially instilling in them the integral qualities of compassion and empathy from the early age. And after all, being trans is a core part of who you are. Don't you want your child to know the true you and all of your trans glory?
No. My mom didn't tell me who she was fucking or what she was doing with her vagina. Once I came out of my mother's vagina, that was the end of my relationship with my mom's vagina. Right? After that, it was all, is there food? Did you go shopping? How was work? You know what I mean? Like, there's no... I don't recall. Do you remember your parents giving you the talk and how goddamn uncomfortable they probably were, and how they need nobody? Here's the thing, right? A healthy relationship with your parents is you sit down, you have the talk at a proper time, and nobody wants to be there. Everyone's uncomfortable, and you fast forward through it, but you do it. But that needs to be the end of it. Any parent that's constantly talking about sexuality around their kid cannot be bringing up healthy kids. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I agree 100%.
I'm not saying be too super repressive and beat every sexual urge out of your kid. Like that makes him equally fucked up. But don't be like, look at your daddy's titties. Like these kids, dude, life is already a fucking mess to make sense of. Without you gumming up the works with your selfish fucking pursuit of selfish things. Your nonsense.
So this is a since I said a teachable moment, I have a teachable moment for you. This is a trans woman, a man. Her name is
really not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
Steph Sajanti. Yeah, but remember, this is a data point. This is the fucking average. Men who date trans women. So you want to hear? By the way, very even.
This is always the trannies they parade out, though.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You know, to sell you on it.
Wait till you hear the crazy. You haven't heard her yet.
Oh, really? Oh, this is always crazy.
Steph, welcome back to my home. If you are a new viewer, I am a transgender woman, and I like to document my experiences and talk about my experiences and just to trans issues in general here on this channel quite frequently. And I just recently...
Are there any trannies that aren't YouTubers?
Statistically
I'm asking
speaking,
for a friend.
Statistically speaking, probably not.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
This channel quite frequently, and I just recently have entered a relationship, and it's fantastic. That's not what I'm going to talk about really, but it's made me reflect a little bit on my past experiences, and I want to talk about men who date trans women, and I want
homosexuals. Okay, got it. Continue.
What I want, but I want to talk about it, and you're gonna hear me if you decide to listen. It's whatever you want. You know what I mean? Just do what you want.
She's quirky. She's being quirky.
There is a very
funny dude. Funny guy.
Common and very obvious stigma towards men that date trans women, and it's
it's because you're a dude.
Because they're homosexuals.
That's probably it.
Stop saying men who date trans women. Just say homosexuals.
Save us all time.
Seriously.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I have a lot to say. That's not even true. I just lied to you. I think the reason this stigma exists is because people are concerned about masculinity. Masculinity is kind of this thing that's upheld as this, real important, super thing that you should all try to obtain.
You guys know how I'm always pushing, like, what an alpha male I am? I'm always like, look at me, I'm such a fucking alpha male. Like, look, man, I'm not really hung up on my masculinity so much as the penis.
It's the penis thing?
It's the penis.
The penis does
it
mostly
for you?
Mostly
the penis thing. And then also man-made hand wallets don't generally a woman make. That's what I'm getting at.
Right, and femininity is just frivolous and stupid, and, like, why would you want that? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. All it's about is clothes and cars and boots. Like,
is this her bit?
She's good, right?
How many subs does this fucking
You don't want to know. Do you want to know for
How many
real?
subs does this degenerate have?
594,000.
Clearly. And I think the most common thing, especially other men say to men who are dating trans women, is they imply that they're gay.
They are! They're fucking a dude!
Excuse me. Like, usually for me, when it comes to what's the mile marker? What is the deciding factor in whether or not I decide somebody's homosexual? Again, I just want to reiterate to you guys, it's the penis. It's the penis that makes it a homosexual act.
Got it.
Or, something along those lines, that because this man is dating a trans woman, he must be super feminine and gay, and
the old expression,
that's
you can't put
being
lipstick on a
implied.
penis.
And I've even seen
Well, you
people
can't
who
just
are
put lipstick on a penis. Well, I mean,
you can.
You ladies could put lipstick on my penis, but the point is, you can't just put lipstick on somebody with a penis. Call it a chick.
That's true.
quote unquote queer allies, like people that are good with the gays, insult men that date trans women on the basis that it makes them feminine.
She's like a new fucking X-Men character. Do you know what I mean? Like not a good one, but like one that'd be around the mansion hanging
She's
out.
one that would be an X-Men, the new class. Or
Right,
whatever that
yeah,
was, or the
exactly.
next yeah, like
Yeah.
one of those fucking... And she has some... Like, she can just turn into mush and slide through prison bars. That's all she can do.
But she still has a
Useless.
penis.
Go get the key card or whatever. Like, that's all she can do with her dumb power.
Just because they need another girl to have a romantic fucking issue with the main dude.
We need you to run and try to get a key card and create some tension and just give us something to cut back to while Wolverine's fighting for 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Which is absurd and ridiculous. You might as well tell a man who dates a cis woman that's a little bit butch, that maybe doesn't wear makeup every day or something, that he's also gay.
No, because
I don't like the fact that she's wearing fucking shop class goggles.
Well, to be fair, she's welding afterwards.
Look, you're not allowed to use the wood lathe without the goggles.
Fucking this fucking alien looking thing. Dating a butch woman who doesn't wear makeup all the time, you're still straight because, as Mike pointed out earlier, they don't have a penis.
Yeah. I mean, it's also gross and it's lowering your standards, but it's not gay.
No, it's not gay.
Because his girlfriend doesn't wear makeup, or she looks a bit like a dude in some lighting. Like, what is going on here?
But what does a dude look like? I thought
Nice
gender was a
freeze frame.
social construct.
Nice freeze frame.
This says everything about this person.
You know what I mean? Why is it that only trans women are considered a threat to masculinity instead of masculine women? Like,
Dude, you want to take this one?
Okay, I don't know if you been listening, darling, but it's mostly the penis.
It's the penis.
It's the penis.
It's the penis.
why is it that super feminine trans women are the problem here? Why is anybody a problem here? If we're going to go off of, the whole...
Oh, I'll answer that question because you're indoctrinating children and making it okay. And then, of course, your suicide rate is so high that some people don't want their children to commit suicide.
You're also asking, why is anyone a problem? In a video where you're telling us about how toxic masculinity is a problem. You dummy. You dumb.
Stupid you.
At least cut up your opinions. At least cut up your contradictory points into different videos. Like Lauren Southern.
She has a stereo, like the South Park alien head with a wig on it. That's what she looks like.
Yeah, her face. Her head is shaped like a yield sign.
She looks like her head is shaped like an expensive gaming laptop.
Alienware.
Yeah.
If you have sex with a penis, then you're gay thing.
Yes, that's mostly that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing.
Here's my problem with that.
Here's my problem with that. I put makeup on. I grew my hair out. So, it's not gay.
It's not gay, dude.
Fucking degenerate.
Thinking is, if you're attracted
By the
to
way, these are the kind of people that we're letting in, and this will tie this all together with everything we've been talking about for a week now. This is what the alt-right lets in. They're letting in the base trannies and the sassy black ladies and all these people that don't hold our values. And now everybody's going, well, why is the alt-right such a shit show? Well, that's because you just go, oh, yay, it's another vote. You're like, no, you're a fucking retard. Now you're the new Libertarian Party. It's all degenerates, pot smokers, trannies, fucking open border retards.
Somebody. It's not because of their genitals, it's because of their gender. Well, not because of the gender, but their gender is typically the factor that limits.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
You are a bigot.
Your attraction. And given that trans women are women, it follows that people attracted to women will be attracted to them regardless of their genitals. Because the fact is, you don't see another person's genitals until you're already ready to get sleeping with them.
And that's how fucking trans people get murdered.
This is such weird.
But think about this.
Shit.
But let's point something out.
You can't murder trans people. That's a hate crime.
No, I know. But obviously, but this is what happens because.
No, even if they trick you into sleeping with them, you can't kill them. That's a hate crime.
But that's exactly what I was leading into. This one here, passable, we would say.
Yeah, no, she's definitely passable. So, the voice throws. The voice is a giveaway.
Yeah. But let's say you're some fucking minority person, because I'd rather say that. A person of extreme color who goes out to the bar. This girl, you're buying this girl drinks all night. You don't know. How would you know? She's got it her dick tucked in between her legs. You have no clue.
Dude, we had to bar when we did a trans night at our old strip club. It was a hood strip club on regular nights, on the weekends. The trans people started trying to hang out on the weekends, and we had to bar them because they were going to get murdered. Like, there was already clearing brawls because black guys would be like, what the fuck? Like, find out the chick lap dancing on you for the last hour has a dick, man, in front of a bunch of gangbangers. It's not a pretty sight.
And that's my point. You're going in there and you're pretending to be something you're not. And then when a dude sees your dick, he's like, whoa, what the fuck? Look, obviously you shouldn't fucking just beat someone up. But again, should you be lying about your goddamn gender? It's you are putting yourself in a fucking bad position. And it's not, by the way, it doesn't end like the crying game. It ends more like you're fucking crying because you got punched in the fucking face. Because at that point, you hit another dude for lying to you.
Yeah, and that's what trust me, the ones that would come to the hood nights, they didn't tell anybody what they were doing.
Of course not.
Or what they were up to, or who they really were. And these dudes, man, trust me, they're hard as fuck. They will murder somebody over that shit.
Breaking news: AMC clears Chris Hardwick to return to work after sexual assault claims.
Oh, that's beautiful. But we're always wrong, right?
Remember, you were called a Nazi, and we were told we were idiots.
We're owed apologies by a lot of people.
I think a lot of people need to apologize because obviously there's nothing there if fucking AMC is hiring him back.
So I guess we're right again. But hey, you know what? Hey, I guess I'm wrong about Cernovich, right?
Cernovich did there's a lot more evidence about what Cernovich did than about what Chris Hardwick did.
So he's back. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I bet he got quite a little apology too.
You think he got an apology and also a pay raise?
He got a check. He got I don't know if he got even a raise, but he got a bonus to come back. He definitely got some. Yeah, they definitely went, look, man. So check it out. We're sorry.
Days after being absent from the annual duty as monitor of the Walking Dead panel, Comic-Con Chris Hardwick has been given a green light by AMC today to return on air after allegations of sexual assault and emotional abuse by ex-girlfriend.
I'm loving that. By the way, there are a lot of things about Chris Hardwick, the Nerdist, their left-leaning horse shit that I do not like. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big Hardwick guy.
Me neither.
But this makes me so happy. Like, this is justice, whether you like him or hate him. This is justice, man.
Following a comprehensive assessment by AMC's working with Ivy King Berman of the firm Loeb & Loeb, who has considerable experience in this area, Chris Hardwick will return to AMC as a host of The Talking Dead and Talking with Chris Hardwick. The cable network said in a statement Wednesday, "We take these matters very seriously and given the information available to us and a very careful review, including interviews with numerous individuals, we believe Chris Hardwick to work. We believe Chris Hardwick returning to work is an appropriate step."
So you mean it? So AMC did this weird thing. I know it's a fucking strange thing. It's called due diligence. They actually invested a little time and effort and energy into finding out if everybody'd be cool with Chris Hardwick. And I guarantee you, if there was any real good dissenting reports, he would not have come back. They talked to a lot of people, and I guarantee you everybody was like, we like him. He didn't do anything. Oh, boy. Yeah. Good on AMC for actually following up and not just firing them like a bunch of fucking assholes. You think this could open the door to gun?
All I'm saying is that, again, this is... I'm happy about this. I'm fucking ecstatic.
Thrilled. I'm very thrilled about this because this was a clear case of this whole movement getting hijacked by a scumbag who wanted attention.
Yep.
And it backfired horribly. And I hope Chris Hardwick, and he probably won't, because he's knowing Chris Hardwick, how he seems to conduct himself publicly, I think he's just going to let this go. But if I were Chris Hardwick, I would be suing Chloe Dykstra.
Oh, yeah.
Into the shadow realm. Nice. She won't even be able to get approved at Aaron's when I was done with her.
I am very, very happy because we told you and we got a lot of shit. And again, numerous interviews with other people that know him.
But we're assholes.
His ex-wife came out, his ex-girlfriend, who was ex-fiance, came out and said, no, he's a great guy. He's
and
never
another ex. There was two exes.
Two
that came
exes,
out.
yes. So,
and that was probably going on while AMC was doing their own shit, and they were probably like, "Oh boy, this is we have to bring Homie back. He didn't do anything.
He really didn't do anything wrong."
We literally titled that episode "Chris Hardwick did nothing wrong," and now here we are.
And
idiots.
He did nothing wrong. We read it. We were 100% correct. Well, Mike. Something else that we covered was the Smallville actress, Allison Mack, who was in the Nexium.
Allison the ankle bracelet Mack.
Allison Mack wears an ankle monitoring bracelet for first photos of Nexium leader on house arrest, as 4 more members of branded sex cult are arrested on federal charges.
This is getting bigger and bigger, man.
Allison Mack was photographed outside her parents' California home over the weekend, the first time a Nexium leader has been seen during her house arrest. In the pictures, a happy and healthy-looking Mack stepped outside of the front door of Los Angeles.
She looks happy and healthy.
Latimer's home to grab an Amazon delivery in shorts and a button-down shirt before immediately heading back in. The electronic monitoring bracelet that Mack's required to wear by law was on display, as well as wrapped around her ankle, along with a wrapped, partially obscured device. Her brief appearance came just days before 4 more members of the sex cult were arrested on federal charges.
Yeah, they got the Seagram's heiress and all these other ones. This is big. And of course now all the boomers are like, look, see, QAnon, fucking Pizzagate. Boo-hoo.
Rainier remains behind bars while Mack was able to negotiate her release and has been seeking a plea deal in the case, though it is unclear what came of that, and the U.S. Attorney's Office in Eastern District of New York has refused to comment on the matter. As part of the release, Mack was ordered to cut off contact with Nexium cult members as a condition. That included Nikki Klein, who is reportedly Mack's wife and still a member of the cult.
So weird.
Nexium sources claim that Mack married Klein so that the Canadian-born actress could remain in the United States when she had trouble with her visa. Mack's communications via mobile phone and online have been limited, per her attorneys say. It's getting really, really bad for her.
It's getting bad for all of them. I mean, look, man, this is again, this is bugging me because now all these Pizzagate weirdos are gonna act like this is proof of, all this shit that, look, it's not. It is proof that these people that live in these circles are disgusting. Mm-hmm. And they're all terrible people. And they all exist in that sphere because they all have dirt on each other. But I don't know. I hope that everybody that was involved in this gets caught. But I hope this doesn't...
More and more people, more and more. Every day there's something new coming out about it.
Yeah, and actually the old article I wrote about it's fucking getting traction again. I was like, oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, the heiress from Seagram's she's in jail now. I mean, this is getting really, really fucking crazy how this stuff was going on. Yeah, the Seagrams heiress among 6 arrested 7 hours ago.
Well, look, this is who else did they get?
Claire Brofman, an heiress to the Seagram's beverage company
that's the one I
Fortune,
know.
was among 6 people arrested Tuesday in connection with the group and alleged sex cult. The U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York announced on Tuesday that Brofman and Locksman Nexium co-founder Rainier, former Smallville actress Allison Mack, Kathy Russell, Lauren Schlossman, Nancy Schlossman, have been indicted on charges for racketeering conspiracy involving an array of crimes, including identity theft, extortion, forced labor, sex trafficking, money laundering, wire fraud, and obstruction of justice.
Fucking white people, man.
White privilege. Brofman was scheduled to be arraigned.
I mean, let's be fair, because we pick on the Jews and the blacks and the homos and the women, but
3 of these were Jews. Lauren Schlossman, Nancy Schlossman.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you know what?
Bronfman.
You know, you fucks.
Just saying, if we're going to say what they are, it's what they are.
I mean, it just makes me so mad, dude. You know, I had a good quote earlier today. I was talking to a friend of mine. He said, they're always going to be a creepy, disingenuous people.
Yeah. Speaking of people that need help, this kid, okay. So.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh boy.
So this girl.
I'm going to assume that this kid is picking up these books and getting ready to fix the shelf that fell. Is that what's?
I mean, if you play it in reverse.
Kid's just helping out.
This kid's tantrum is something for the ages. So this is a little African American girl. How old do you think she is? If you think 4 or 5?
4 is a good guess. 5.
She's mad at her teacher.
Well, we all get mad at our teachers.
Yeah.
Throw the occasional little tantrum.
Okay. Let's watch her tantrum. So she flipped over a bookcase. Now she's throwing all the folders, taking out a bin.
Can you come here, please? Miss T is on the way.
Throwing chairs. Fuck. Her shirt says red, white, and sweet, by the way.
You know girls who made of sugar.
Yeah, they are.
Take a breather. Is everything okay? You need to talk about anything?
So this child is something out.
Mm-hmm. Freaking out.
Freaking out.
There you go. I got you.
Freaking out.
You want to talk about something? Come on. But that's not how you talk.
Is throwing everything.
This kid is trashing every inch of this classroom, dumping toys out, books, throwing things. Yo,
ripping papers off the wall.
Yeah, this kid is. This kid's doing a better job than I could have trashed the room.
Yeah.
Is there any background on this?
All I know, she threw a tantrum in school. She's of sound mind. She's not retarded or anything. Know that she was upset at her teacher and threw a tantrum at the school.
But we don't know where this school is or who the teacher is.
Hey, Jamies, can you pull that
Other
up?
than the only background I see here is the, socioeconomic background.
What do you mean by that, Mike?
She's black.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That was a lot easier. No, she didn't get expelled. Look, a lot of people are saying, why is a person filming it instead of doing it? I would probably, in this day and age, I was a teacher, I'd be filming it too, because the last thing you want is the kid to fall down, hurt herself, and go, she hit me, and then they'll destroy your life, you know?
This kid is the goddamn devil.
You can't, what are you going to do? You can't, I remember I went to Christian school my whole life, and they used to fucking hit you. Like, they paddle you there. Like, there was no fucking joke.
Yeah, I went to a private school, and I caught a few beatings.
You know, they hit you there. It was no, and, say what you want, but, like, my principal had the paddle, like, up on the wall behind him. When you don't want that fucking paddle, man.
I miss the paddle. I mean, I don't miss it, but I miss it being an option.
Mm-hmm. Instead of it just being used in Hollywood fucking sex cults now?
Yeah. Fucking Nexium, Brandon Stormy Daniels on her fucking right above her puss.
Yeah. Or a fake story that Opie makes up about getting into a fucking college frat that didn't really happen to him.
Man, dude, we were getting so much pussy back in college, man.
Were you? Were you, Opie? By the way, we got a message. It's yesterday. Somebody says that they found us by looking for Opie haters.
That's hilarious.
And that's how we came up. So that works for us.
It's accurate.
Yeah. I wonder how his podcast is doing. He's still number 4 on iTunes. Can Jamie pull that up? See where Opie is. Billy Joel doesn't know why more people aren't cracking Nazi skulls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't you go crash into a Nazi house with your fucking drunk ass?
Billy Joel doesn't know why more people aren't cracking Nazi
Is he
skulls.
wearing that?
Yeah, no, that's not a Photoshop. He wore that at a concert. Swear to God. This isn't like a Daily Stormer picture. He wore it.
You're gonna start getting political now, old man. I liked your music.
Those creeps are going to march through the streets of my country, he asked David Marchese. Billy Joel doesn't usually discuss politics. In the past, he's pointed to the fact that people don't want to hear wealthy entertainers sounding off about the economy.
But he decided as a wealthy entertainer to sound off about the economy.
In the past, he's pointed to it says, wearing the Star of David wasn't about politics, because he wore a Star of David on stage in Madison Square Garden. Wearing the Star of David wasn't about politics. To me, it's what's happening in Charlottesville.
So it's about politics.
Was like war. When
So it's
Trump
about
said
politics.
there were good people on both sides, there are no good Nazis.
So it's about politics.
There are no good.
Keep reading. I want to just.
There are no good Ku Klux
So it's
Klan
about
people.
politics.
Don't
So it was
equivalate
about
that
politics?
shit.
It was about politics, wasn't it? Billy?
I think
It
about
was
my
about
old
politics.
man.
Just say it
Most
was
of his
about
family were murdered. Most of his family were murdered in Auschwitz.
I'd love an Auschwitz right now.
Hey, Earl, we got any Auschwitz back there?
Yeah, we're fresh out.
Fresh out? Damn.
Starving.
We up for like everyone else.
Get our brand new Auschwitz. Could you imagine? Fucking
delicious.
Some chain came out with that.
Well, the sandwich is great. The thing is, they lie about how much meat goes in there. He was
Get
able
some
to-
of our signature sauce. It's tangier than Cyclone P. Delicious. It's just Chipotle, man. Don't worry.
free lampshade with every purchase. He was able to get out, but then he got drafted and went in the U.S. Army. He risked his life in the Europe to defeat Nazism. A lot of men from his generation did the same thing. So when those guys see punks walking around with swastikas, how do they keep from taking a baseball bat and bashing those crypto Nazis over their heads?
You know, I don't know, but you know how
laws.
I got a question. How do people out in the East and fucking on the North Fork of Long Island avoid having a drunk piano player crash into their fucking house? Because that's happened a couple times at Billy. Jesus Christ, I used to like to drink and drive too, but I never parked my car in somebody's living room.
He goes, walking through the streets of my country, I'm personally offended. That's why I wore that yellow star. I had to do something, and I didn't think speaking about it was going to be... Yeah, you did it in Madison Square Garden. I have a fucking idea. Go wear that when you go to fucking Plain, Alabama, piano man.
Yeah, I also don't like his disingenuous, like, fucking... You know, every man fucking, yeah, you know, when I'm walking through the fucking street, the streets of what, Flanders, Long Island? Get out of here.
He goes on to blame the terrible state of America squarely on Trump. Okay, by the way, fuckface, you stupid idiot. On the one hand, you're bitching about Trump being a Nazi. On the other one, he moved the fucking moved the embassy to Jerusalem of Israel. So how is the worst Nazi ever?
You know, it's just like when I'm walking through the streets, though, I see Nazis marching through the street of Amagansett as you see the sailboats in the background and you see Howard Stern's house down the street. Shut up, Billy! You fucking fraud. You don't see Nazis marching down the street. Stop it.
Let's go on with Billy's.
You're more likely to be, listen, you are more likely in America to be killed in your home by Billy Joel's car flying through the front of the
And a
house
Nazi.
than you are a Nazi in America in 2018. I assure you of this. If you have a fucking house out east on Long Island, you're in much more danger of ending up under Billy Joel's gearbox than you are of ending up under the clutch of some Porsche than you are some fucking nut skinhead.
He's openly furious about the government's decision to separate families at the U.S.-Mexico border. He's not getting political. These children,
I believe it's pronounced Mexico.
Oh, you're right, Mexico. These children are being ripped away from their parents, and then the U.S. can't find them. This is
Shut
insane.
up. Talking points, Billy. Have they all fucking, like, I don't get it. Are they getting paid at this point? Because even, like, the more, like, kind of laid back artists and, like, rich liberal elites are just frothing at the mouth. Like even the apolitical ones. What are they getting out of this?
Nazis in their 90s. This is just real quick. It has to do with this. Nazis in their 90s. Germany intensifies hunt for war criminals still at large.
Because that's what you need to worry about right now.
They're in their 90s. Look, whatever you want to believe, I don't care. If you think they did horrendous things, I get it. But do you think, Germany, do you think the problem is a bunch of old Nazis in their 90s that aren't going to hurt anybody?
No, they are. You ever see the movie Apt Pupil? Directed by a famous alleged Hollywood pedophile, Bryan Singer. You see how there's always, it's either a pedo or a Nazi. I'd rather roll with the Nazis, dog.
Nazis in their 90s accused of mass murdering during World War II are the target of intensified hunt by German prosecutors who want to punish them before they die. They're 90.
You get them, boys.
What about all the rapes going on in Germany?
Scan through all the offensive Facebook comments. You'll find them.
You know who else is anti-Semitic and killing people? All the migrants you let in.
Yeah, and anybody with half a brain.
3 suspected members of the Nazi-mobile death squads known as the Eisengruppen.
Nazi-mobile death squad. I love the fucking... It's... Do you remember them being marketed this effectively when we were kids? It seems like this is like, the older you get, the more they're marketed as like super elite death squads with spike tanks. But they didn't have that when I was a kid. It's like new toys are coming out. And they're like, dude, people aren't buying the old Nazi toys. You gotta add make the tanks scarier looking.
3 suspected members of the Nazi-mobile death squad, known as an Eisengruppen, are being investigated according to German federal prosecutors. The Eisengruppen were responsible for more than 1 million shooting massacres of civilians. Fucking civilians, okay?
Look, I don't need to fucking explain to you civilians why the fuck I'm shooting for you, all right? Sometimes you gotta shoot him in the face. I'm on Caveman Nitro. Eisengruppen!
Nazi Kurzmetzger, everyone. The effort comes 73 years after the war ended and the youngest perpetrators of the Holocaust turned 90, underscoring the limited time left for these remaining Nazi war criminals.
Why don't you catch people that raped a kid yesterday? Why don't you do that instead, you fucking idiots?
Am I doing the math correctly?
How come you weren't this passionate going after that guy who decapitated a baby in Hamburg?
Wait. Let's do the math correctly. 73 years after the war ended. So 73, right? Meaning that at the end of the war, these people were 17 years. Hold on. But let's keep going further.
17-year-old Nazi.
A 17-year-old, that's at the end of the war. That means they didn't just become a Nazi for a day and kill 1 million people. So let's say they're turning 90. They're 17. Wouldn't that mean there were like 14, 15-year-olds?
Yeah, but you're using, look, man.
Math? I'm using math?
They were Nazis, dude. They were literal Nazis.
15. Hold on. No.
Literal Nazis.
I want to do a little bit of math here. If they're 90 and
Look,
the war...
If there's one thing I've learned about YouTube channels and the Jews and World War II and crunching numbers, is that it never ends well for that YouTube channel. They don't like when you crunch numbers.
No, I'm just saying, if they're 90, of course, this is USA Today I'm reading this from.
Rush just brought up the Holocaust and broke out a calculator. Hey, Karen, maybe I'm not carrying some fucking ones here, but... Sorry.
I'm going to put one of those visors on that accountants had, the clear ones, and...
Papers.
Yeah.
Get the one that spits the paper out for effect.
Okay, seriously now. 90 years old. They just turned 90, right? And the war ended 73 years ago. Okay, I'm doing the math correctly, right? If that's the case, then there were 17 at the end of the war, which means in their heyday when these Nazi mobiles were going around, they were 15, 14 years old. So what you're doing is, you're telling me that a group of 14 and 15-year-olds were responsible for killing 1 million people in their Nazi mobiles? All right, man, this is a fanfic of World War II at this point. This is a fan fiction. Come on!
Look, man.
You want to be taken seriously. You can't do shit like this.
Look, up to 11 million people were killed in the Holocaust by the Nazis in death camps, okay?
No.
You want to sit here and fucking downplay the 20 million people that were killed in the Holocaust, and I'm not going to have you do it.
I am not doing that.
The guy sits here talking all his shit, all right? He's playing down the over 30 million people who were killed in the Nazi atrocities.
I have a
during World
picture
War
of
II.
them, the people that this is them doing.
40 million! You want to go for 50, pal? Keep flapping your gums.
I have a picture of some of the victims of the Holocaust.
Oh, no. Yeah. R.I.P. Press F for respect to the IDF. Thank you for your service, IDF. Look, everybody's going to start saying the Jew stuff, but it's funny. I don't care. It amuses me.
Anyway, don't do that. They're hunting for... So some 14-year-olds, are you fucking insane? Number one, there wasn't 14-year-olds running concentration camps. Start with that.
Never forget the 75 million people that were killed.
Why do you keep adding numbers?
Nazi atrocities. Because I want to make it in the media. Whoever has the highest number wins. Over 75 billion people were killed by the Nazis.
Jesus Christ, they're serving more people than McDonald's.
You know, I did seriously see an article a while back that said that over 20 million people were killed.
No, stop!
I swear to God, I saw that.
I don't want to look.
And I just fucking died laughing.
My God,
I was howling laughing.
Do you honestly think USA Today you were going to put that article out and people weren't going to just in their head do some math?
Every 2 years they go, but estimates can be even higher. Of course they are. Fucking, there's one thing you can always rely on going up every year. It's interest rates and the Holocaust fucking numbers.
Jesus Christ. Are we doing this so Gabe... Does Gabe have stock in the Holocaust? Is he going to short it?
They all have stock in the Holocaust.
That's right. Thank you for listening, folks. We appreciate it.
Thanks for putting up with our incorrigible behavior.
We will be. I'll be on tonight with Hippo Juice probably at 8 p.m. on youtube.com/morelikeradio. As of right now, it's a yes, so go subscribe over there. Nightwave after that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do one, but weird stuff's popping up, so I've got weird stuff to do.
All right, guys, thank you for listening. RevengeOfTheSith.com/donate. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Help us out. Help us get to DC. Streamlabs.com.
And if
/Revenge of the Sith.
And if you people do not sign this Mike Cernovich petition, you do not respect women, I will tip my fedora in your face, motherfucker.
See you tomorrow, guys.